Did you know that over 1 billion people worldwide are walking around with a selenium deficiency and don't even know it? And here's the shocking part, this invisible deficiency could be silently raising your cancer risk by up to 40%. I'm talking about a mineral so powerful that studies show people living in areas with selenium-rich soil have significantly lower cancer rates than those in selenium-poor regions. Yet most of us have never even heard of it, let alone know if we're getting enough. Hi there, beautiful soul. If we haven't met yet, I'm here to share science-backed, natural health solutions that actually work for women like us who want to age gracefully, stay strong, and protect ourselves from disease naturally. And today, we're diving deep into something that could be a total game-changer for your long-term health. Before we go any further, I want you to hit that subscribe button right now. When you do, you're joining a community of incredible women who are taking charge of their health naturally, learning how to prevent disease, boost energy, and feel amazing in their bodies through safe, proven strategies. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So let's talk about selenium, because what I'm about to share with you might just save your life. You see, selenium isn't just another mineral, it's what I like to call your body's personal bodyguard against cancer. But here's what most doctors won't tell you, selenium deficiency has become epidemic, especially among women over 40, and it's happening right under our noses. Think of selenium like the security system in your home. When it's working properly, it identifies threats and neutralizes them before they can cause damage. But when that security system is down, well, that's when the trouble starts. Your cells become vulnerable, your immune system weakens, and suddenly your body can't fight off the kind of cellular damage that leads to cancer. Now, you might be thinking, but I eat a healthy diet, surely I'm getting enough selenium? And I totally understand why you'd think that. But here's the thing, even if you're eating organic, even if you're doing everything right, you could still be deficient. And it all comes down to our soil. You see, selenium levels in our food depend entirely on how much selenium is in the soil where it's grown. And after decades of industrial farming, pesticide use, and soil depletion, many regions have dramatically lower selenium levels than they did 50 years ago. It's like trying to get water from a well that's been slowly drying up, the food looks the same, but the nutrition just isn't there anymore. I learned this the hard way when I was working with a nutritionist a few years back. I was doing everything I thought was right, eating plenty of vegetables, taking my vitamins, exercising regularly. But my energy was still low, my hair was thinning, and I just didn't feel like myself. When we finally ran comprehensive tests, guess what showed up? Selenium deficiency, along with several other mineral deficiencies I never would have suspected. But here's where it gets really interesting. Once I started addressing my selenium levels naturally, not only did my energy come back and my hair start growing thicker, but I felt like I had this new layer of protection. It's hard to explain, but I just felt more resilient, more vibrant. And the science backs this up completely. Research from the University of Arizona followed over 1,300 people for more than 13 years and found that those with higher selenium levels had a 63% lower risk of prostate cancer, 58% lower risk of colorectal cancer, and 46% lower risk of lung cancer. Now, these were men in the study, but other research shows similar protective effects for women, especially when it comes to breast cancer and ovarian cancer. And here's something that really got my attention, selenium doesn't just help prevent cancer from starting. It actually helps your body recognize and eliminate cancer cells that might already be forming. It's like having an incredibly smart immune system that can spot trouble before it becomes a real problem. So how do you know if you're selenium deficient? Well, the symptoms can be pretty subtle at first, which is why I call it the silent deficiency. You might notice your hair is thinning or becoming more brittle. Your nails might be weak or have white spots. You could be getting sick more often, or taking longer to recover from infections. Some women notice their thyroid function isn't what it used to be, because selenium is absolutely crucial for proper thyroid hormone production. You might also find yourself feeling more tired than usual, or having trouble concentrating. And here's one that surprised me: selenium deficiency can actually contribute to mood issues and anxiety, especially during menopause when our hormones are already shifting. But here's the beautiful thing about addressing selenium deficiency naturally: it's actually pretty straightforward once you know what to do. And I'm not talking about just popping a supplement and calling it a day, though the right supplementation can definitely be part of the solution. Let's start with food sources, because this is always my preferred approach. Brazil nuts are hands down the richest source of selenium you can find. Just 2 Brazil nuts a day can give you more than enough selenium to meet your needs. But here's the thing: you want to be consistent but not overdo it, because too much selenium can be problematic too. I like to think of it like Goldilocks: not too little, not too much, but just right. Seafood is another fantastic source. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, and tuna are all selenium powerhouses. And if you're not eating fish regularly, you're missing out on so much more than just selenium. These foods also provide omega-3 fatty acids that work synergistically with selenium to protect your cells and reduce inflammation. Eggs from pasture-raised chickens are another excellent source, especially the yolks. And here's something interesting: the selenium content in eggs can vary dramatically depending on what the chickens are fed and where they're raised. This is why I always recommend buying from local farmers who can tell you about their practices, or looking for brands that specifically test for nutrient content. Mushrooms, especially cremini and shiitake mushrooms, can provide decent amounts of selenium. And sunflower seeds are a great plant-based option, especially if you're following a vegetarian diet. But here's where it gets tricky, and this is something most people don't realize. The amount of selenium in these foods can vary wildly depending on where they're grown or raised. A Brazil nut from one region might have 10 times more selenium than one from another region. An egg from a chicken raised in selenium-rich soil will have much more selenium than one from selenium-poor soil. This is why I'm a big believer in targeted supplementation for selenium, especially for women over 40 who are in that crucial prevention phase of life. But not just any supplement will do. Most of the selenium supplements you'll find at the drugstore are in a synthetic form that your body doesn't absorb very well. What you want to look for is selenomethionine or selenium yeast. These are forms that your body can actually use effectively. And the dosage matters too. Most experts recommend between 100 to 200 micrograms per day for adults, but I always suggest working with a knowledgeable healthcare provider who can test your levels and recommend the right amount for your specific needs. Now, here's something really important that I want you to understand about selenium and cancer prevention. Selenium doesn't work alone; it's part of a symphony of nutrients that work together to protect your cells. This is why I'm always talking about taking a whole body, natural approach to health rather than focusing on just one magic bullet. Selenium works especially well with vitamin E, vitamin C, and zinc to create powerful antioxidant enzymes in your body. These enzymes are like your cellular cleanup crew, neutralizing free radicals and preventing the kind of DNA damage that can lead to cancer. And here's something fascinating: selenium also plays a crucial role in your body's detoxification processes. It helps your liver break down and eliminate toxins, heavy metals, and other harmful substances that we're all exposed to in our modern environment. Think of it as helping your body's natural cleaning system work more efficiently. This detoxification support is especially important for women because we tend to store toxins in our fat tissue, particularly in breast tissue. And many of these stored toxins are known to disrupt hormones and increase cancer risk. By supporting your body's natural detox pathways with adequate selenium, you're helping clear out these harmful substances before they can cause problems. But let me share something else that might surprise you about selenium. It's not just about cancer prevention. Adequate selenium levels can actually help you feel more energetic, support healthy aging, and even help with weight management. Here's why. Selenium is essential for proper thyroid function, and your thyroid controls your metabolism. When you're selenium deficient, your thyroid can't produce hormones efficiently, which means your metabolism slows down. You might find yourself gaining weight more easily, feeling cold all the time, or struggling with fatigue even when you're getting enough sleep. I see this all the time with women in their 40s and 50s who come to me frustrated because they're eating well and exercising but still gaining weight or feeling sluggish. Often, addressing mineral deficiencies like selenium is a crucial piece of the puzzle that's been missing. And here's another connection that's really important for women our age: selenium and immune function. As we get older, our immune systems naturally become less efficient. This is partly why cancer rates increase with age. Our bodies become less capable of identifying and eliminating abnormal cells. But adequate selenium levels can help maintain strong immune function as we age. It supports the production and activity of white blood cells, helps regulate inflammatory responses, and enhances your body's ability to fight off infections and abnormal cell growth. Now, I want to address something that might be on your mind. You might be wondering, if selenium is so important, why isn't my doctor testing for it? And that's a really good question. The truth is, most conventional medicine focuses on treating disease after it happens rather than preventing it from occurring in the first place. Selenium testing isn't part of routine blood work, and many doctors simply aren't trained to look for nutritional deficiencies unless they're severe enough to cause obvious symptoms. But this is changing, slowly but surely, as more research emerges about the connection between nutrition and disease prevention. If you want to get your selenium levels tested, you can ask your doctor for a serum selenium test. The optimal range is generally considered to be between 100 to 150 micrograms per liter, though some functional medicine practitioners prefer to see levels on the higher end of that range for optimal cancer protection. But here's what I really want you to understand: you don't have to wait for a test to start supporting your selenium levels naturally. The approaches I'm sharing with you are safe, affordable, and beneficial regardless of your current selenium status. Let me give you a practical game plan that you can start implementing right away. First, add 2 Brazil nuts to your daily routine. I like to have mine with my morning coffee or as an afternoon snack. Just remember to store them in the refrigerator to keep them fresh, and don't go overboard. More isn't necessarily better with selenium. Second, aim to eat selenium-rich fish at least twice a week. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, or mackerel are all excellent choices. If you're not a fish eater, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement that also provides some selenium. Third, include eggs from pasture-raised chickens in your diet several times a week. They're not only a great source of selenium but also provide high-quality protein and other nutrients that support healthy aging. Fourth, consider a high-quality selenium supplement, especially if you live in an area known to have selenium-poor soil, or if you're following a plant-based diet. Look for selenomethionine or selenium yeast, and stick to the 100 to 200 microgram range unless you're working with a practitioner who's recommended otherwise. And here's something else that's really important: stress management. Chronic stress actually depletes your selenium levels and reduces your body's ability to absorb and use this crucial mineral. So all those stress management techniques I'm always talking about, meditation, gentle exercise, adequate sleep, time in nature, they're not just good for your mental health. They're actually supporting your body's cancer prevention systems too. This brings me to something I'm really passionate about, and it's the idea that cancer prevention isn't about one magic supplement or superfood. It's about creating an environment in your body where cancer simply can't thrive. Adequate selenium is definitely part of that equation, but it works best as part of a comprehensive, natural approach to health. This means eating a diet rich in colorful, antioxidant-packed foods. It means moving your body regularly in ways that feel good to you. It means managing stress effectively and getting restorative sleep. It means supporting your body's natural detoxification processes and maintaining a healthy weight. And yes, it means ensuring you're getting adequate levels of crucial nutrients like selenium. I want you to think of yourself as the CEO of your own health. You get to make decisions every single day that either support your body's natural cancer prevention systems or work against them. And the beautiful thing is, these decisions don't have to be dramatic or difficult. Small, consistent choices compound over time to create powerful protection. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm constantly researching and sharing the latest science-backed, natural strategies for preventing disease and aging gracefully, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Speaking of what's coming next, I've got something really exciting to share with you in my next video. We're going to dive deep into 12 specific purple foods that have been shown in research to be absolute powerhouses for cancer prevention. I'm talking about foods that are not only delicious but contain compounds that literally help your body fight cancer at the cellular level. These aren't exotic superfoods that cost a fortune, they're affordable, accessible foods that you can find at any grocery store. But the way I'm going to teach you to use them might surprise you. You'll learn exactly which purple foods pack the biggest anti-cancer punch, how to prepare them to maximize their protective compounds, and how to incorporate them into delicious meals that your whole family will love. Trust me, after watching that video, you'll never look at purple foods the same way again. So make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on, because this is information that could literally change the trajectory of your health. Remember, beautiful soul, taking care of your health naturally isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every positive choice you make is an investment in your future self. And addressing something as simple as selenium deficiency could be one of the most powerful investments you ever make in your long-term health and vitality.